It's a sad day, probably a sad day for America, and it's a sad day for those in the Christian movement and Christianity as well. Is they're just like people like just don't totally get it what's going on and what happened for all the 2 or 3 years. And it's like post like at least like 2 videos on crisis in Christianity. It's like painting right back like to 2 to 3 years ago, right before all this stuff and nonsense happened. But but I'm gonna play you like a clip from the apocalypse, caught in the eye in the storm. It's like I'm doing this like from my laptop as well, and it's like here it is. Like I'm gonna be sitting in there, and like how this next event is gonna be taking everybody by surprise.
Los Angeles affiliate station already in progress.
But it is unlikely that any kind of defense could be designed to protect us against such terrible weapons of mass destruction. I think probably the best thing we could have done would be perhaps to go home, say goodbye, and perhaps...
Oh my God, Charlie! Charlie, this is impossible. This is just impossible. I just can't believe it. I don't know what to say. My cameraman, Charles Tavis, he's just disappeared right in front of me. I don't understand it. People all around me seem to have been vaporized or something.
Someone took my baby!
No. Are you okay?
Jim was working on the light. It just fell down. When did she vanish? Jim? That was no nuke. What kind of weapon have we been hit with? Why are we still here?
Can't believe it. I just can't believe it. You said an evening. Vanished. Oh my God. Not Helen too.
Bronson, are you there? Seth Queasy, are you there?
They had a weapon like this.
And this next clip I'm gonna be playing is from the Sunday morning rapture. And so I'll take you to like my laptop again there, and how it could all play out.
Breaking news happening right now. There appears to be a rash of catastrophic incidents taking place across the state. Witnesses are calling into the station as well as notifying police that they're seeing cars colliding into one another on local streets and interstates. And the bizarre thing is, cars have no drivers.
Jesus. Do you think this could really be another 9/11? I don't know. What's on the other stations?
Esta ha sido una mañana muy espantosa de un catástrofe después del otro. Hay informes de personas que se han desaparecido en todas partes del
Go back to the other station and see what's going on.
You don't have to speak Spanish, jailbird. Just look.
We are still experiencing the aftershocks of the massive earthquake that have devastated.
Well, I'm gonna be fast forwarding to this church scene there in the same movie, which it's pretty epic.
Gone where?
I thought I was safe.
Back from where?
I'm safe. I thought I would be going to.
What happened? Why
Don't
are
you
you
get
here?
it? Everybody's been raptured, Charles. They're all
Raptured?
gone.
We're raptured.
Just like Papa said. We came, they're gone. We're still here.
Now I'm gonna be pointed to the pastor and this other churchgoer.
Where did they go? What's over? Life. Life as we know it. You're kidding me. Don't you get it, man? It wasn't just talk. It finally happened. Get your hands off me. There's gotta be something that we can do. There's gotta be a way that we can go too. How much? How much what? How much is it gonna take to get me out of here? How much is it gonna take me to go see my Katrina? A check! A check is not gonna get you to see nobody! That's all I have for me now. I can go to the bank machine and get more if you need to. Here, take it. Don't you get it? The money is worthless now. What do you mean worthless? I'm probably killed for. It wasn't worthless when you were having all those anniversaries, those special sessions, and asking for time. You're right, Mickey. Yeah. Don't you get it? You can't buy your way into heaven. Easy. It's buying your way out of heaven. You get it from your top bank account. But it won't do you a bit of good now. There's no more hope. There's no tomorrow. There's no more chances. They've all been raptured. I started preaching back in Mississippi when I was just a young boy. I pastored 3 churches. I served right here in this church for 15 years. I went to seminary and graduated top of my class with honors. I got my master's in theology and biblical studies. Just like you, son. Just like you. But none of that means anything now. I'm an old man. And I've been an old fool. All the preaching and teaching that I've done over the past 40 years doesn't mean anything now. I'm pointing people to that cross. I'm too ashamed to admit that I needed to go there for myself. I let possession and title cloud my judgment, stand in the way of my own salvation.
Yeah, it is. It's so unfortunate there that they're letting titles cloud their judgment, which is pretty much sad there, to say the least. With and it's like a lot of people, especially those in the alternative media, and those covering this, like with this thing that came out of this country that shall not be named over 2 years ago, and they still can't figure out, and they don't know, like, if that country is releasing all these variants or not, or is it coming from somewhere else? Because some agency is like releasing these pathogens there, but there's like very little evidence there to go on, other than conjecture. But the thing is, like, really important that God himself said there's going to be a great shaking, like, during the last days. And if you go back and read Hebrews chapter 12, verse 25 through 29, to see what, you do not refuse him who is speaking for they will not escape when they refused him who warned them on earth, much less we shall we escape it if we reject him who warns from heaven. His voice then shook the earth, but now as he promised, yet once more I will shake not only the earth, but also the heavens. This phrase is yet once more indicates the removal of what is shaken as what has been made, in order that we cannot be shaken away, or we cannot be shaken may remain. Therefore, let us be grateful for receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, and thus let us offer to God acceptable worship with reverence and awe, for our God is a consuming fire. And that was in the book of Hebrews, sir. But unfortunately, there's so many that profess to be Christians that are not, and a lot of them are falling away from the faith as we know it, and departing from the faith, and they're now teaching damn little heresies and just like accepting like the philosophy of Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. And as it goes like all the way back to the ancient times. And like there were tree worshippers as well with satanic demon worshippers. And like they worship the creation and not the creator. It's like this is like William Johnson going to be taking like a break there with this other video there. And I'll come after the other break there as like, but like if you like the videos there, don't forget to share this video far and wide. And I was like do credit restoration, credit education, like teaching like show people like ways to earn money from home through multiple streams of income there. Like check out my website there, dumbexpert.com. If you want more access to me, like subscribe to my Patreon channel and check out my other social media such as Gab, Schmooze, Locals, and Rumble channels. Yeah, like once again, like with new video intro, it's pretty much a shortened one there. With they have there since I'm doing a lot of promoting on Fiverr, so I got a gig there, and it works with Fiverr. The thing is like pretty interesting with Christianity's in Trouble. There's some like an article that's pretty interesting with churchleaders.com, the potential hotspots of some like there with the overwhelming contributors there to the global persecution in 2022. There was significant events of persecution going on with us, along with WAR in UK, our country, between that country and the country with Russia. It's like pretty much with the empowered dictators there, one of the regimes. And the groups that took advantage of the situation with world leaders, their attention to the distracted by this war. And of course, with a financial crisis, with all these leaders saw an opportunity to accelerate their actions and pursue their own agenda to detriment the Christians. Well, the U.S. government doesn't have a lot of leverage right now, displaying the limited impact a world power can have as a result. The regimes and the groups do more what they want to do without the world's big reaction to them. Quite evident there. These situations will worsen for Christians without a doubt. To some, the United States influence has diminished through it could though it continues to pursue diplomatic efforts, freeze accounts, support embargoes. Of course, with North Korea is a good example of an emboldened to expand their nuclear program. You can imagine what's happening for Christians and others living there. Same thing applies to radical groups as well. And you see these terrorists like Boko Haram and the allied Democrats fuel really militants and like sub-Saharan Africa, and of course of the Democratic Republic of Congo, getting a free ride to spread their terror. Of course, along with socioeconomic factors, significantly contributed to Christian persecution with increased poverty. Desperate people take desperate measures for the same. If the only way to get food is to attack a Christian village and take what they want or have, they just don't care. And it's like the way to the struggle now, like a deficiency of resources, currency, and inflation creates more desperation. Minority groups and Christians in many areas have taken advantage of these situations. Of course, with that article, which is in the link in the description, there's pretty much hot spots in the country that shall not be named. Of course, Myanmar, the political coup in that country in 2021 led to a crackdown on all minorities, including Christians. As a result, we see a lot of attacks on churches, bombings of churches, and internally displaced often, as the often used churches as shelters. Of course, the Iran is another example of how a regime took advantage of the world being distracted by war and UKR, the poor global economy. And the government did the largest biggest crackdown on churches and Christians. And the Muslim background believers this year, with more arrests and torture of Christians. India is another factor. More states enforce anti-conversion laws, which many Indian scholars agree are unconstitutional. And more states try to stop any evangelism or outreach to Hindu communities as well by adopting anti-conversion laws. Of course, with other hotspots such as Afghanistan, Turkey, and if you think that's not coming here, you should think again. Along with pastors being arrested in Canada, and along with our country as well, is pretty much evident. But with all the plethora of all these house church groups being spread there, with YouTube's personalities, and a lot of them are involved with preterism, with the false assumption that we're right now in the 1,000-year millennial reign of Christ. They couldn't be more wrong. As well with the once saved, always saved type of crowd, which is really unbiblical, which I'll probably make another video there, going extensive review, as well with easy believism, with some even accepting all the tenets and the celebration, all about Roman Catholicism and its philosophies, and some going back to like a dog returns to its own vomit, which I'll point out the other videos I've done there on the Proverbs. So this is William Drosky, just reminding you to check the money tree. Go to my websites, dumbexpert.com, if you're looking for ways to earn money from home. And check out my podcasts there that are on Spreaker, which the link is in the description there. So this is William Drosky with another video this week. And don't forget to check the money tree.